I got a scalp DNA report and I'm here to talk about it. First, this is not sponsored in any way. I went on Amazon and I bought the Happy Head Strand IQ hair DNA report. I thought it was just going to tell me if I was a responder to minoxidil or not, but it actually told me so much more about my hair DNA. And if you're new here, you're probably wondering, what do you mean? You have great hair. No. It's a wig. Check out my wig line, Studio K Wigs. They send you a kit and it comes with everything you need to provide a DNA sample. You do a little swab of their cheek and you send it in the mail. And it breaks down everything from like your genetic factors when it comes to your scalp, your nutrient breakdown. So let's go through some of my results. Based off my hair DNA, I can see things like, am I prone to early hair graying? What the hell? I didn't even have that in my radar. My scalp hydration, scalp glycation, irritation, as well as oxidative stress, and how I'm going to respond to each of those different things and what I have in store for my future. Along with the high-level section summary, you also get a breakdown of what each of these means and where you might need to adjust your biology. So I can see that I'm in the 90th percentile to have early gray hair. Thank you, genetics, as well as a high likelihood of keratin fragility. Like I didn't know that already. It also went into things like scalp glycation. I didn't even know that was a thing. This is basically like how sugar in your bloodstream can actually affect your scalp over time. So I have a high likelihood of sugar-induced damage. So basically, anytime I eat like shit and sleep like shit, I'm only making it worse for myself. It's not all negative though. It also does give you some positives. Here goes into where my biology gives me an advantage when it comes to things like hair dryness, scalp flaking, and scalp hydration. So there is a little bit of hope. This is where I also got the double confirmation that I have female pattern hair loss. So I went to a scalp specialist here locally in South Orange County. He's in Dana Point for anyone else that's interested. And he did a AI scalp analysis on me and did diagnose me with female pattern hair loss due to follicular miniaturization. So I'm not necessarily like balding in areas, but my follicles are shrinking severely. So my hair doesn't even have a fighting chance when it's growing out of my scalp. I love it here. This also confirmed that too. 95th percentile for female androgenetic alopecia, baby. This is breaking down more about how my body supports healthy hair growth. So I have a high likelihood of autoimmune hair loss. I don't. Do I have a high likelihood of hair growth deficiency? I don't. But I can see that I have a moderate likelihood of collagen breaking down in my scalp, as well as IGF-1 bioavailability. What is IGF-1 bioavailability, you might ask? It is basically that growth factor that signals for my hair follicles to stay in the growth phase. Cool is that each one of these titles that you see here actually links out to the research report that it pulls from. So of course it's backed by data, backed by science. Next, we get into nutrients, and it's not just like your nutrient levels, it's actually showing like, hey, here's how your body might be weaker or stronger at processing nutrients. And I actually thought this was pretty cool because I actually know for a fact through blood work that I am bad at converting iron. My iron stores have been off in every single blood work that I've done. I have a high likelihood of being bad at processing iron. The next section it goes into is treatment effectiveness. And honestly, this is all that I thought that it covered. I just wanted to know like what hair treatments do I respond to the best? Like, am I a responder to minoxidil? But again, it gave me so much more than that. And then of course went into even more than minoxidil. So it shows me for all the different hair and scalp treatments out there, how I'm likely to respond to those particular treatments. And then of course it goes into each different one and breaks it down a little bit more. So I'm probably not the best candidate for steroidal anti-inflammatory treatment. I thought this one was actually really interesting. So I am actually a great candidate for phytotherapy effectiveness. And of course on their site, you can see where you can explore treatments. I get it. You know, they want to sell the treatments that they're utilizing. Go for it. However, I showed in my last hair update that I've been taking the Kilgore MD, which is definitely like a phyto-based treatment. It has a lot of like natural ingredients, of course, like rosemary. I think like some other ones that you see in here, like buckhorn and like nettle and things like that. And I'm responding really well to it. So it makes sense that because I'm a high responder, I'm responding to this serum. So anyways, I just wanted to share my report with you guys because I liked having the data and a better understanding of my scalp and hair DNA. And I think it's important because what works for one person may not work for others. And this report actually confirmed that for me in being able to go the best avenues that might help me for my particular hair loss. So I figured I would share with you guys. If you're interested in taking the hair DNA test, it is linked on my profile in the links. You can purchase from my Amazon. You can also go directly to Happy Head. I don't care, but this was a lot of information learned. You can also create a game plan with them so you can speak to one of their specialists, but I've already purchased the Kilgore MD serum and I want to keep using that. I really, really like it, but I just wanted to share. So drop any questions you have about the DNA reports in the comments.